everybody, this is Paddy from Odds on FPL here, and I'm here with a video now to suggest some transfers for you for this week and for the weeks coming forward. These players are all suggested based on not only one game week, but on a multitude of them. There might be a player this week which may not have a great fixture, but his run of fixtures are immense. So that's what this video is just pretty much going to be about. It's going to be a few select players who I think are going to be good for your team. The decision of this is based off of fixtures, and it's also based off the analysis of 538's model, which is based on club ratings and the difficulty of those fixtures. So the analysis is based purely on a statistical model. It's not on my little pea brain. So yeah, anyway, to get to the video, first off, I'm just going to ask you, could you subscribe to the channel? This is the kind of content that you want to watch. That's great, because this is what I'm going to make. Essentially, this has grown since I first shown it, so there's more subscribed now, but keep subscribing. I appreciate it. If you do, great. Cheers. Thanks a lot. First up, it's Raul Jimenez. Jimenez is a bit of a headache because of the fact I don't know if he's going to be banned yet, because of the fact he didn't play for Mexico during the international break. Wolves, though, on the other hand, have such an amazing run of fixtures. Look at that. They've got the best fixture run in the next 6 games, and it doesn't turn for a while. So first up, it's Watford away, then it's Brentford, Southampton, Newcastle, Villa away, Leeds away. These are all really attractive fixtures in which Wolves can score goals in. The issue with Jimenez is he may be banned for Watford. So I would withhold my transfer on him just now because of the fact he could not play this game week. One thing though to consider is there's other players at Wolves that you should be targeting. Players like Trincao or somebody like Adama Traore. Both of these are great midfield options at 6 million or so. But one thing to also consider is you could bring in defenders. Somebody like Semedo, Cody, Marçal. Players like that. Even Jose Sa in goal. Really good option. So Wolves are players that Wolves players are people that you should be targeting to bring in this game week. I think Jimenez is a great option. As I also think somebody like Trincao or Adama Traore is. All of them are looking good offensively, even though they haven't scored. So that's just something to consider. Next up is Jack Harrison off of Leeds. Leeds this game week are up against Liverpool, so it's a difficult fixture. And my original suggestion was going to be on Rafinha, but Rafinha was one of the players who was called up for Brazil but didn't go. He turned down his first call up, which is crazy, but it means that he could be suspended for the game against Liverpool. If you were bringing in a player like Rafinha or Jack Harrison, you wouldn't particularly be targeting them for this game week. But the weekends after, there's Newcastle away, West Ham at home, Watford at home, Southampton away, Wolves at home. That's a crazy run of fixtures. Right now they've got one of the easiest run-ins for the next while, and pretty much the only reason why they're not at the top is because they have Liverpool in their first game. If you were to target a Leeds player, there's plenty of options there and really good value as well. Patrick Bamford as well is another option. But if I was to suggest a player, it would be Rafinha if the budget allowed, and then I wouldn't play him this game week. Or I would suggest somebody who's cheaper, such as Jack Harrison. So yeah, there's plenty of options there. Maybe even if you want the goalkeeper, you could bring in somebody like, Meslier. Just don't want his highlight against the Faroe Islands, okay? So next up, it's a defender, and it is Tierney from Arsenal. Tierney is one of those players that Arsenal fans love. He's a great attacking fullback, but he has some injury concerns. Arsenal as well haven't been great defensively, but their fixtures weren't great. Brentford was a bad game, but then the 2 other games they were against better sides. Arsenal have great fixtures now. Norwich at home, Burnley away in the next 2. Realistically, you're thinking both of those games could be clean sheets, and this is when Arteta potentially could turn it around. Personally, I don't rate him as a manager, but with games like Norwich at home and Burnley away, he really should be bringing in results. The only difficult game there is Spurs, and Spurs, the fixture there is at home. Brighton away, should get a result there. Looking at these games, there's a lot of clean sheets there. And with Tierney, he's an attacking outlet, so he could get points. Crosses into the box, shots created. He could also get bonus points as well. Something to consider. I think Arsenal have a few players also that you consider buying this game week. If you look at somebody like Ben White, he's 4.4 million. It's a bargain. Bargain. For the games here, you've got a great option for somebody so cheap. If I had 0.5 million extra though, I'd be going Tierney. Some other players for Arsenal that you should also be considering are people like Nicolas Pepe. I know, but or even Saka or Emil Smith-Rowe. These are attacking players, they're all quite cheap, but Arsenal are a bit of a confusing side. You don't really know what you're going to get. Personally, I don't expect a lot, but you could get clean sheets here. Mikel has proven it over the year. I think as well Ramsdale could be coming in, so maybe that's better. Maybe it's not. Only time will tell. Next up, it's Everton's Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's been immense this season. He starts seasons well, good in the air. He's a great poacher. He's on penalties as well, so that's something to consider. And when you look at Everton's fixtures in this run-in, they're interesting. The only one which is difficult really is Man United away. They've got Burnley, Norwich, and Watford in their next 6 games. So these are 3 home games where they should be getting points. And Everton, they're just crossing all the time. And it's great for somebody like Dominic Calvert-Lewin because he's so good in the air. I think against somebody like Burnley, probably not a game you want to be crossing the ball in on, but he can break as well. Norwich, you could see a couple of goals there, and Watford as well. West Ham, Aston Villa. Realistically, there's a lot of good fixtures there. I wouldn't consider Man United away a great fixture, but I'm not really that confident of us keeping too many clean sheets. So it's something to consider. Personally, I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin has proven he's a goal scorer at this level, and he's the main target man for Everton, so he's a great transfer to bring in. Especially if you want somebody to complement your premium striker, like Lukaku or Ronaldo, something like that. Even Harry Kane. So now, speaking of the devil, or the Red Devil, we've got Cristiano Ronaldo, who's this week's player you should be bringing in. Against Newcastle in their first game, Ronaldo has like a 70% plus chance of scoring according to the bookmakers. And he's got an over 30% chance of scoring 2 or more. United, in contrast though, do not have great fixtures beyond their next 4 games. Leicester and Liverpool, realistically, I don't see them as great fixtures, but Ronaldo's proven time and time again he's fixture proof. If you are bringing in somebody like him as well, once the fixtures do turn, it's very easy to sell him because he's 12.5 million and his price is only going to increase. If you look at Newcastle, West Ham, Villa, Everton, all games where Ronaldo can score points. Newcastle, that is one of the best options for a captaincy, especially for somebody like Ronaldo. He could bully them. They've been conceding chances, they've been conceding loads of goals, they've got one of the worst XGAs in the league. If only for one game, it's great, but then you look at the 3 games after, it's just a great option. In terms of their fixtures, as I said, they do turn, and then when they do play against Leicester, it's an easy move bringing in somebody like Lukaku. When Chelsea's fixtures turn, it's going to be so much easier bringing him in, and it will just be way less of a headache. Personally, I'd be trying my hardest to bring him in this week. Getting rid of somebody like Bruno Fernandes for him, easy. Especially considering now Ronaldo's probably going to be on penalties. He's going to be taking some of the free kicks, I presume, and then some other chances like that as well. So Ronaldo's just the player you should be targeting to bring in this game week. It's just, for me, it's just so easy. As in, when you're ever making decisions based on odds, you have to pick the player who's got the most likely. And Ronaldo is like 1 to 2 at best, like to score a goal against Newcastle. He's just a bona fide pick. As well as that, he's going to be the main striker for Man United. Ole's come out and said sees him as a striker, and Ronaldo is going to get so many chances for him with players like Greenwood, Bruno, Pogba, even somebody like Rashford coming back into the side, Jadon Sancho. There's so much creativity in that side when previously there's been issues. And then as well as that, Luke Shaw's crossing is quite good. So you could see a lot of corners and things like that coming in and just pinging off Ronaldo. Ireland played against Ronaldo recently and they just started crossing the ball a lot. And sometimes it's just hit and hope. And Ronaldo finds a way just to jump up to that position and then smack it in. He's just got a leap of like a trout in the water or a salmon. Connor Salmon. If you know who that is, fair play to you. I wish I didn't. So yeah, that's been 5 transfer suggestions. It's been quite loose because of the fact there's a few players in these squads who I think are quite good as well. There's players based on fixtures and interesting things like that, which I think are really going to improve your rank over the long period of time. Players like Ronaldo, great captaincy shouts for the next 4 weeks. Then there's players like Rafinha or Jack Harrison who are in for a really good run. So yeah, hopefully this video has been really helpful. And if you liked it, leave a like down below. If you disagree with it, put a comment there, tell me why I'm wrong, because you know I'm not. So yeah, anyway, I've been Paddy from Odds on FPL. If you liked it, subscribe. Cheers. Chat to you later.